Esselstyn.
I'm Ann Esselstyn.
And today, Ann is driving!
And we are having my San Fran bowl. And
it is from...
Be a plant-based woman warrior. Live fierce, stay bold, eat delicious.
Sorry.
And when my husband and I, a few years ago, were in San Francisco, we got a meal in the airport. And it was truly the best meal we've ever had. And this is based on that meal. Now I have, it was just rice in the bowl, and then this on top, and then on top of that, this meaning what I'm about to do, and then broccoli on top of that. But oh my goodness, it is good. So to save time, what I've done is I have, the key to me to this are the three things: mushrooms, carrots, and Japanese sweet potatoes.
Oh, you cut it.
And you
see how
have
it's yellow,
to
or not yellow?
use Japanese sweet potatoes. But if you don't have them, any sweet potato or potato will work. I was just thinking today that even the beautiful purple sweet potatoes, but the Japanese sweet potatoes have got a really nice flavor. So I already have cooked and cut this, but take that away. But I just wanted to show you. So when you, this is a terrible knife.
It's a wonderful knife. They're so sharp. But they're so sharp. I cut my thumb with it.
This does not cut the sweet potato very well. But what I'm showing is I want this to be in bite-sized pieces.
This will do it. No, how's it? Yeah, there.
Yeah. No, you know, that's too small. No, she did that too small. So these need to be nice bite-sized pieces. And the thing is, do not buy pre-cut mushrooms. You must get big mushrooms. Now, this is too big for one bite. So I would cut this in half, possibly in quarters, but you want it to be nice and big.
Is this broth boiling too soon?
So this is what is in here. I put this into boiling water.
What is this?
About 5 cups. All of this stuff: carrots, Japanese sweet potatoes, and mushrooms. And I literally simmered them, covered, for about 10 minutes, just until the carrots and the sweet potato were tender.
I just had one. It's really tender and delicious. It's so sweet.
And then I drained them into a bowl, and I saved the liquid here.
Oh.
Jane, I'm going to need more. You have another.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
And normally I need about at least 4 to 5 cups of liquid to make the gravy. And right now I'm going to make the gravy, and I hadn't realized that the water would be boiling. So what I've done is this is 4 tablespoons of oat flour, and then so that when I put it in
Hold
here.
on, before you go, how much of this did you want?
Not yet, just maybe.
So should I open it or not?
No, wait. So open it, be ready.
Oh, don't open it, be ready.
Open it and be ready. All right, so I am going to add the flour to I'm making a gravy.
Can I announce what kind of broth I have?
Yes, please do.
The broth I have here is vegetable broth, and it's the organic slow simmered vegetable broth from Plant Strong.
And what is so special about that broth is that it has no added salt, and it's just really lovely. So next I am putting in a tablespoon of freshly chopped ginger, and then I am putting in a teaspoon of turmeric and a tablespoon of curry.
That looks like a lot more.
See what
that amount? Wow.
Did, Jane.
Okay.
And then I am putting in a tablespoon of, what did I put that in? Garlic powder.
Oh, I have a big whisk. Want a big whisk?
Yeah.
You want a little whisk or a big whisk?
No, what I did is I really blew this one because the flour, I put the flour into, it was too hot water.
Okay, I would grind up with water first. That miso?
And that's miso, and I'm putting the miso in unground, and I'm just whisking it in.
I would have pre-absorbed it into a little bit of broth.
It's fine. It's all pre-absorbed. Perfect. So there, I've got this nice gravy going, and then
Can I stir it for a little bit? Just because I was boiling the water. I was boiling the
you boiled the water too hot.
It wasn't water. It was the broth. Or was it leftover?
Yeah, that was the broth.
Do you want to add a little more of this yet? Here, it's ready if you want it.
We need this to get nice and thick.
Okay, and so the thickness comes from the oat flour, and the miso gives it some thickening, doesn't it?
Well, but the oat flour is what does it. But the oat flour coagulated a little.
We have little chunks.
How? All right, let's just decide that.
I'm counterbalancing my other way, one way, other way, one way. So what do you want to do now?
Let's see. As it begins to thicken? It's thickening. But it's unfortunately.
Yeah, we have some clumps of oat flour. Look at that clump.
We have clumpy gravy.
But it is thick. It is thickened, and it'll all make its way.
Yeah.
Did you just eat it?
I just ate it.
A clump of oat flour.
I wanted to know what. I wanted to know what oat flour tasted like in a clump.
Oh, this is so.
It's so good.
I have a better angle here. You keep whisking. Okay, want me to slowly add this in?
Add it. You know what? We've unclumped the gravy.
Ish. I don't want to splash anybody or anything. Oh, wow. Okay.
Where's my tovolo?
Wow, look at that. Isn't that a great smell?
You could put in a little more, and now I'm going to put in a cup, not a cup, a bunch.
A bucket?
A
bucket?
A bucket of kale.
That's not a
Putting it all in. Because
how? How much?
This is really good.
How much are you supposed to put in? How much are you supposed to put in?
Lots.
1 cup? That was not 1 cup.
No, you put in a bunch.
Oh, okay.
And it really, it's fine. This is fine. It just.
That was 1
I tell you what I really like
strip.
to do. My favorite is to use Swiss chard with the red stems because it looks so pretty.
Oh, this looks really pretty.
But this is going to look fine. It's just that
1 bucket of kale. See, I thought you were meant. Okay, I'm with you now. 1 bunch of kale that you stripped and chopped.
I chopped.
1 bunch filled that bucket.
But
okay.
now what our problem now, and this is not a problem. It's just that there's not quite enough gravy, and so we can add more of this delicious.
How much? Tell me when to stop.
Just so that we have plenty of gravy. Because the key thing about this, I mean, I love this.
I probably
dish.
put about a cup. This is probably about a cup. I have another
and
cup.
you can keep adding.
And that was because we had this heated up and ready to go before we were filming, and I realized that I'm like, hey, you know, we've
and it
burned
burned
this for a while.
and it disappeared, and I mean, I've never done it with such hot liquid. So this needs just to cook until this kale gets just a little bit softened, and then it's great.
Okay, so this has been simmering around, and the kale is kind of cooked beautifully into this now.
My 1 cup of kale.
It wasn't 1 cup.
Which was actually more like 6 cups. But it was just a whole bunch of kale that I had taken off the stem and chopped.
Oh, and 1 large bunch is what we're supposed to use, and it looked like a bucket.
But what I really prefer is to use Swiss chard and cut it up because I love the Swiss chard stems. And so you can see this is lovely. And you know, anytime, if you ever feel when you're making this that it needs more gravy, just add some vegetable broth. Or because it's the gravy that makes this so fabulous.
And the reason we wanted to do this shoot today is that with our book having just come out, it's November of 2022 right now, and so many people are posting pictures of this. They're making it, and they are like, "Oh, this is delicious. This looks so good. Thank you so much." Or someone said, "Hey, my gravy didn't come out thick enough." Or so we wanted to do it here and
let
show
me tell you, the gravy. Joan, you turn this off. It's plenty. I put the flour into the water when it was still too hot, so the flour kind of coagulated. It doesn't matter. It eventually loosened up. This gravy is fine.
Much like oatmeal would loosen up
There
after
are
cooking for long.
no lumps of flour in here. It's just fine. So if that happens to you, it's okay. And isn't this beautiful? I mean, it's just such a beauty of a bowl. And then on top
One more to go.
of each one, if you put a little broccoli, and this happens to be
Freshly steamed broccoli, so it's bright green.
bright green, perfect broccoli, and it's delicious. And
Okay,
it's
well,
got so, when it's cold out, there is just nothing as delicious. I happen to have black rice in this, but any
Wait,
kind of
give it a
brown
try.
rice, red rice would be fabulous. And
Here, let's look at these beautiful bowls.
make your life delicious and warm with this San Fran savory bowl.
Okay.
Okay, and we're into this bowl, but I have to say I really like eating it with a spoon because you get all that gravy.
Oh, and these Japanese sweet potatoes are so good, Mommy. You're so right.
I mean, the Japanese sweet potatoes can be dry if you bake them, but oh my gosh, they have got a flavor that is spectacular.
All right. Bye-bye. Enjoy.
Bye.